Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Mohit, and welcome to Dude's Banter. Welcome to yet another episode of the Manchester United series of the current season 2025-26. So, we are into the December fixtures of the 25-26 season, and Manchester United have had a roller coaster of a month in December. So, we for now have played four games that is, the first against Wolves, then Bournemouth, Aston Villa, and Newcastle. So, at the time of recording this video, one game is still left for the year, that is against Wolves, which will be played on 31st December. So, yeah, coming back to these four games being played, I know I had mentioned in the previous video that I'll be taking on match by match, but due to some work commitments, I wasn't able to take it up match by match. But yeah, I'll try to summarize the fixtures in this video. So we'll be talking about four fixtures. That is the first one against Wolves away from home. Second game against Bournemouth, 4-all draw. Third one is against Villa, 2-1 defeat, and the fourth one is against a win against Newcastle at home. So yeah, coming back. So these are the games 15 to 18. Uh, Apologies for if I'm pronouncing any names incorrectly. So yeah, the first game is in this video which we'll be talking about is against Wolves. So a standout performance by United there. We won the game 4-1. We were very dominant in that game. And we know that Wolves are in the bottom position right now with just 2 points, still just 2 points, and both the points coming from draws. I don't know who the teams were, but yeah, still early to say because Wolves have to play United again. So, as I said in the earlier video, that which United will turn up, we never know. So, this was a pretty ruthless, direct, and attacking, and also an efficient side of United, which we saw against Wolves. Considering they are still at the bottom of the table, and we are kind of clicking at the moment. So, yeah, as we say that in sports, let's not get ahead. But yeah, this was a performance which we expect United every week because as we know that we are only playing one game per week. So considering that this is the kind of performance which was needed throughout the season, but we have dropped points in a lot of places, in a lot of games. So yeah, the goal scorers in the game were Bellegarde for Wolves. Apologies if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Bruno scored a brace, Mbumo and Mount scored a goal each, so to make it 4-1. So key positives from this game is that we had some quick transitions which caught Wolves off guard and they kind of conceded or they were very vulnerable in the defensive side. Also, the midfield was pressing aggressively, which we have been seeing throughout the season right now in this season. And we also won some second balls in this game, and most of the side for us is clicking right now. The system is kind of looking in a place, but we are also vulnerable in some games with the 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1 formation which Amorim is playing. So yeah, coming back to this game, defensively we did pretty well. Even though we conceded the goal, we have to kind of look to finish the games with a clean sheet. We haven't had very much of a clean sheet run, or you can say number of clean sheets have not come for us in this season. But hopefully, we get it in the upcoming year, which is the fixtures from the 2026 or into the next season. So yeah, this is kind of a build-up season for us right now because Amorim is trying to build a new squad for United to take United to the glory days, which we are still waiting for the past 12, 13, 14 years. So yeah, good things are coming. We just have to be patient right now. So yeah, coming back to the next game, which was against Bournemouth at home, and what a game it was! 4-all. You can see the scoreline, and you know that it was an eight-goal thriller. So one of the craziest games of this season. I think in the last season we had the game against City and Chelsea, which also ended on a similar scoreline. I don't remember it if it was in the previous season or the season before that. You guys can comment below and let me know. So yeah, coming back to the game, just 7 days later, just a week later, after that 4-1 win against Wolves, we come back at home and we have an 8-goal thriller against Bournemouth, where we drop points, we can say, 4 all. We drop points actually because at some part of the game, United were down. Bournemouth were leading, but at the dying minutes, I think we took a lead of 4-3, but eventually 4-3 or 4-2, if I remember correctly. Uh, with the help of one of the best free kicks of the season by Bruno Fernandes. I don't know if I'm hyping him too much for that free kick or not, but you guys can tell me in the comments how did you feel about that free kick. And after that, Bournemouth equalized for the fourth goal and ended the game 4-all. Courtesy of I think Krupi Jr. who scored the goal for to make it 4-all. So yeah, I think United were 3-2 down, if I'm not wrong. Then Bruno and Cunha scored quick goals, one free kick from Bruno at the end, and after that Cunha scored to make it 4-3. But yeah, that was the sequence, and then Krupi made it 4-4. So yeah, that game was very entertaining for a neutral person as well as for both fans of both the teams. But United might consider it as a loss or drop points because uh, we had the game at least till 4-3. We had the game. We had 3 points in our bag, but Bournemouth did not give up and they scored to make it 4-all. And also there was some chances for Bournemouth at the end to get the 3 points, but kudos and salute to Senna Lamens there. He kind of saved the game. He had two saves which were clear-cut goals maybe for others, but yeah, uh, he saved the day and we ended up taking a point out of it. But yeah, that's how the game goes. United still unstable, I know, still inconsistent, but I think these are the things which we need to work out. And the upcoming winter transfer window, starting I think from Jan, so that will be crucial as well as to which players we keep and which players we will let go. So yeah, going forward, I think United were electric in that game. Fluid movement again, taking that momentum from the Wolves game up to this game. Fluid movement, goals from multiple players. This is the highlight. This has been the highlight of the season for United. That the goals which we are scoring, they have come from multiple players, not just a single player, but many players are involved now in that goal scoring. So yeah, if you look at the goal scoring charts, there are a lot of players for United who are there in that. So that's a good thing. And every position, player from every position except Senna Lamens has scored goals. So yeah, also putting constant pressure on the opposition is also the template which we are seeing this year. But defensively, this game was a total disaster for us, conceding 4 goals. Sorry, and yeah, that's not how it should have been. But yeah, what went wrong for United in that game? I think poor marking inside the box. We kind of let the players roam freely inside our box. Then defensively, there was no one taking that leadership role to guide the defense, or you can say to guide that positions of players in the set piece situation. The simple balls caused panic because a lot of simple balls were played, and that kind of sent our players into a frenzy. But yeah, I think this is not. I think this shouldn't happen for us. But yeah, the game's the game, and we have to kind of continue. We kind of have to improve on that. Sorry. So United score 4 as well as concede 4, but yeah, at the end we still couldn't win, and we ended up with a draw. So 2 points dropped, we can say over there. Then coming to the next game, that is against Aston Villa. So that was a really good game actually. I mean, we lost, but it looked kind of the similar performance which we carried into this game. But credit to Aston Villa, they did not let us score freely, or what you can say, they did not let us play in a very free manner, which we were playing in the past couple of games. So yeah, United 2-1 loss. It was a good game. Actually, for me personally, that looked like a good game for us. But yeah, a tough test at Villa. Villa are also in a red hot form. Currently, I think they won against Chelsea yesterday, and they currently have a winning streak of, I think, 11 games, if I'm not wrong. Because at one point they were in the bottom five, but they have won 11 games on the trot. So kudos to them, and they are actually in the title race right now behind Arsenal and City. So yeah, yesterday's win for Aston Villa. Going off topic, but yesterday's win for Villa against Chelsea was very important because Chelsea are also in the title race, and that kind of have halted them at the moment at fourth, I think. So I also don't remember where Chelsea are. I think they're in the top five itself. So yeah, with that, yeah, coming to the game, also a bit frustrating because we were looking good. We were trying to score, but eventually we did not. We just ended up scoring one goal, which was courtesy of Cunha to make it 1-1 in the at the end of the first half. But yeah, Villa pressed aggressively, and United were not able to cope with that press. Our midfield also kind of was jittery there. The build-up play for us was kind of rushed, and there was no fluidity in that, which we saw in the previous two games, and the control wasn't there. Again, the press which Villa were putting on United, it was looking like United are under pressure at the in that situation. But yeah, clearly that reflected in the result as well. And defensive transitions were also slow. We were a bit slow in the defense. So yeah, kind of you can say a one-off game, but also credit to Villa as well. They are in, as I said, red hot form, as we know. They are number three in the table right now, three, or I think number two in the table. So yeah, the goal scorers for the game, Morgan Rogers with a brace. Both the score goals were scored by Rogers for Villa, and Cunha scored the goal for United, which was to make it 1-1. So in this game, there were some issues which we'll address. The first is that we were not able to control the tempo of the game, the tempo with which Villa were playing. Too many loose passes were there in the crucial areas where we lost the ball, or where we lost the possession as well. So Villa explored the spaces very well, and they kind of studied the games which United played prior to this game, and they pretty much did their homework, and I think kudos to them as well. United did respond at the dying moments, but I think it was too late, and the damage was already done. So yeah, in that game we lost. We dropped the 3 points there. We could have ended up with at least a draw, but uh, credit to Villa, so they did not give up. So the next game was against Newcastle, and we won it 1-0. And that was, I don't know what to say, because if you ask me, it was a kind of a game of two halves. The first half, United were the one dominating, and the second half was just like United are playing park the bus in the second half, because we could have taken them on counter attack, because Newcastle's whole team were pressing on United in that in our half, and we could have taken the advantage by making a quick counter attack, or going on scoring at least a couple of goals more. But yeah, I think a 1-0 a win is a win, and we'll take it. Dorgu scored his first goal, and that was the only goal of the match. First goal for United in the Premier League. So kudos to him for scoring his first goal, and he has opened his counter for goal scoring at United. He had a couple of assists, if I remember correctly, prior to this game, but This was his first goal for United. And what stood out for us is the shape which we maintained defensively as well as in the midfield. Then the pressing was disciplined. I think we kind of learned from mistakes against Villa and rectified those in this game. The game management was really good from Amorim. The players were doing the basics right, which was missing in the previous game. We were hurried, we were misorganized, disorganized. I don't know the word. I'm confused between those two words. So yeah, that was kind of the flavor to that game. A game of two halves. The first one where United dominated, the second one where Newcastle dominated. But yeah, at the end, United got the win. United got the 3 points. And for the first time, I think we saw Amorim playing the 4-2-3-1 system in this game to start off. And actually, he kind of kept Eddie Howe and Newcastle team guessing because I read it in some post on Twitter or Instagram that in that game itself, Amorim had 3 to 4 separate formations. So the first one, the normal formation on paper was 4-2-3-1. While defending, we were five at the back. I think it was 5-3-2 something or 5-4-1. Then while attacking, it changed completely. So 3 to 4 formations. In also during in possession, we had a different formation. So yeah, there were changes implemented, and finally Amorim had to step aside the 3-4-2-1 formation because firstly Bruno Fernandes is out for 1 month, which is a big thing for us, and Cunha is stepping up. And good to see he will take the initiative and he will be the one playing as Bruno, what Bruno does. So yeah, Cunha is one of the guys that he is not fixed at one position on the field. He will kind of roam anywhere. One time you'll see him as a striker, the other time he'll be left wing. Uh, some other time he'll be right wing. Sometime he'll be central midfielder. You never know where he'll end up. He also did some work defensively as well, so that is another good thing for United. That defensively is also he's there. Uh, Dorgu, Dalo, I think these players are kind of coming up, taking the initiative right now for United. Uh, and the defensively players are doing well. Lenny Yoro is doing well. Luke Shaw is doing well. So the players are doing well. Sesko is back from injury. I think he came back against Aston Villa in the second half as a sub, and he started against Newcastle. So he also had some chances, but he couldn't capitalize. So he'll kind of get in the groove once again. He's just came back from injury. We hope Bruno Fernandes makes a quick recovery and comes back soon because we need him because there are some tough fixtures which will be coming up in January, which I checked. City and Arsenal will be there in January for us. So we hope Bruno Fernandes comes back as early as possible. Maguire, Delete are also injured, and I think they'll be available in some days. So that will also be a massive boost for us going into the second half of the season. So yeah, that's about the games. So some key takeaways from these four games are that 50% of goals which we considered came in one game, that is against Bournemouth. That is the stats of the month of December. United scored in every match in December. Only one match we went without conceding, that is against Newcastle. Two games were decided by defensive mistakes for us, and points dropped from winning position are 4 points, which we have dropped from winning position. I remember correctly the one against Bournemouth very clearly. I remember that because we dropped 2 points there out of possible three. We got only one. And you guys can let us know what do you think about the games which United played in the month of December. Also, the next match United will be playing, which is against Wolves, which is a reverse fixture on 31st December, 1:45 a.m. Indian Standard Time. I don't know others standard the time zone from where where you'll be watching. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, and I think I'll see you guys on the 31st of December, and with the video hopefully for the video of Manchester United versus Wolves on that day. So yeah, thank you guys and stay safe.